Julia, and today I'm going to be doing a book tag for you guys. I am not going to run back to my bookshelf and grab books because I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I'm just going to put a picture up here somewhere of the book that I pick, and yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because my camera has like no battery left and I want to get through this before my camera dies. Also, Lincoln's here. Boop. Here he is! Okay, so the book tag that I'm doing today is the End of Days book tag. I was tagged by Wolfshot Publishing to do this tag, so I'm gonna do it. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first question is an earthquake. Earthquakes separate the ground into multiple pieces. Favorite book with multiple perspectives. My favorite book with multiple perspectives is Illuminae. I guess you would say it has multiple perspectives. I would just go with Illuminae for that one. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and so of course if I have a chance to mention it, I'm going to mention it, and if you haven't read it, go read it because it's an amazing sci-fi book. I love it. The next question is an asteroid. You can see an asteroid coming before it hits. What book did you see the plot twist coming way beforehand? Definitely A Court of Mist and Fury. So I'm not going to say what I saw coming. I think that if you've read the book, you know what I saw coming because it was totally obvious that it was going to happen. And I guess it happened more towards the end of A Court of Thorns and Roses and into A Court of Mist and Fury. So if you've read that, you know what I'm talking about. The next question is an epidemic, a disease that everybody seems to be contracting. What book does everybody seem to be getting that you don't want? You know, this one is kind of debatable, but I have to say The Raven Boys. There's been multiple times where I've picked it up and kind of debated getting it just because everybody raves so much about it, but when I read the description of the book, it really doesn't interest me that much. But on the other hand, I do want to read it just because everybody's so hyped up about it. But then I'll probably not like it because I'll be like, why? Why is everybody so into this? It doesn't make any sense to me. And then I'll just be mad. Like whenever I read Six of Crows, I thought it was going to be so amazing, which I really wasn't interested in the description of the book at all. But everybody was so into it that I was like, all right, I'm going to pick this up. But you know what? It turned out to be really boring for me, so I probably shouldn't have picked it up. So I probably shouldn't pick up The Raven Boys either. Next question is a tsunami. Tsunamis flood everything. What book flooded your thoughts and you couldn't get off your mind or stop thinking about? A Court of Wings and Ruin, because that book was amazing and so many things happened in there that I was like, what just happened? And then on another hand, on another note, I feel like there were some things that happened in that book that I was like, seriously? But I want to talk about this more later. I just had to work that in there too, you know, because I loved it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. The next question is nuclear war. The battle of all battles between humans. Favorite human fight in a book? I'm gonna have to say the battle in A Winter's Curse, but it was actually in The Winter's Kiss. The third book of the series. That battle in that book was amazing. It was amazing. It was one of my favorite battle scenes of all time. I really liked it. I was into it the whole time. I was just really zoned in. And if you haven't read that book, that's another one. Read it. Read it. Yeah, I would have to say that that's definitely one of my favorite battle scenes of all time. I thought about it for a while after I read the book. It still comes to my mind when I think of the book. And it was really good. Next question is Alien Invasion. Best sci-fi novel. Again, Illuminae. You know though, but I really liked The Diabolic also. I haven't read a lot of sci-fi novels. I think that those two are probably the only sci-fi novels I've really read. But I'm getting ready to read Defy the Stars, so I'm hoping that's going to be good too, which I don't not like sci-fi, so I don't know why I don't read more sci-fi. I actually really enjoy sci-fi books. The sci-fi books that I've read have been some of my favorite books, so I need to read more. Next is artificial intelligence, robots, computers, technology, taking over the world. Favorite book you have read on any sort of e-reader? I haven't read a lot of books on e-readers, so I have to say The Timekeeper. That's one of my favorite books of all time, and I did read it on an e-reader. I read that one and The Hunger Games on an e-reader. That's pretty much it. You know what? I take that back. I did read the Selection series on an e-reader, and I loved that one too. Next is End of the World movie. End of the World disaster movies will continue to be made in Hollywood, just like book to movie, TV show adaptations. What book adaptation are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to, obviously, the A Court of Thorns and Roses movie series that is rumored to be being made into a movie. And then also I heard that Illuminate, I'm talking about Illuminate again, I'm sorry guys, but I just loved that book and that series, and I can't wait for the third book to come out because it was great. Illuminate is going to be turned into a movie, and it's going to be directed by Brad Pitt, which sounds so cool to me, so I'm very excited for that one. There are a ton. Every time I read a book that I just love, I always immediately go onto the internet and look to see if it's been picked up to be made into a movie. Another one that I wish would be turned into a movie is the Selection series. It had been picked up to be a TV show, and then they did a pilot for it. It didn't end up being that popular, so they canceled it after the pilot, or it didn't actually air on like to everybody. It was like aired to like a private group of people, and they didn't end up liking it very much, so they decided to not do it. They decided they were going to make a movie out of it, but it hasn't been made into a movie yet, so I'm not sure if it's going to be or not, but I think it would be amazing, so we'll see. Okay, so that is it for this tag. I'm going to list some people down below that I tagged to do this video tag, this book tag. If you like this video, please like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!